Okay, so as per the syllabus, the topic that we need to discuss today is approaches to marketing, right? So we'll discuss this concept in detail here. All these necessary approaches has to be discussed here, and one by one I'll explain everything to you, all of you, right? And in between, if again the same statement, if you have any doubt, any problem, that can be discussed, right? So again, I like to start with this. What is marketing? Just a brush up. We all have understand what is marketing. So I'm not supposed to get in details. The ability to identify and satisfy consumer needs at a profit, right? That is marketing. We all know that. It means here we have to identify the consumer needs or wants, and then we have to satisfy customer needs by providing them the goods or services the customer needs, and at the return we have to earn certain revenue or profit. Is it? So it is basically the essence of marketing. It means the marketing is nowadays is customer centric, you can say that, where this even the post sale activity has to be conducted here itself, right? So this is the marketing. And in the aim of marketing, what the basic aim of marketing? So these are the aim of marketing. What we have to do, we have to right product or services need to be produced at the right price, at the right place, and the right time, right? And by doing this, you are able to meet the expectations of customer. Their needs to be met. There they must have a certain level of satisfaction by consuming those needs, and through this you are able to get certain degree of loyalty, and by getting that regularity or the loyalty from the customer, the profit has to be earned. So this is the aim of marketing. Is it clear? Now since we have to discuss the approaches, so first we need to understand what is approach. So approach may be defined as the ability of the perspective by which the particular field of study is examined, or the way in which a particular subject is studied. There are several approaches. We'll discuss all the approaches, but first we need to understand this definition. Perspective means what the things that could be happen, or you can just expectations, certain kind of expectations in the future, right? So approaches when the perspective by which the particular field of study is examined, right? It means if you have any subject that need to be researched or that need to be understand, right? So here we have to understand all the aspect there. Is it clear? What the things that we need to be expected in future? Is it clear? So that is approach. Or the second meaning you can easily seen here, the way in which a particular subject is studied, or the way in which a particular subject, it means your objective, your outlook, your or you can say that your vision, your how you conceive any subject, right? That is approach. Is it clear? I hope the term is clear to all of you. Again I am repeating, approach means your vision, how your what's your vision is there to understand anything, or you can say that your insight related to the subject, or you can say that what the objective that your mind, and then on the basis of objective you are studying something. So these are the these kind of activity you can say that approach, right? I hope that the term is clear. Fine. Now on the basis of this concept, we have understood the term marketing, and we have understood the term approach. It means marketing, what the things we have discussed. We have discussed the product, their production, their customer, then society, and all this aspect. That is marketing, right? And objective, right place, right time, right product, everything has to be understood. So on the basis of that, we have certain approach to study the marketing. So what the basic approaches is there? So one by one, first to get the list. So approach is product or commodity approach, then institutional approach, functional approach, managerial, societal, system approach, scientific approach, technology, legal, then you have economic approach. These are the approach. Some more approach we have: distribution of goods and services approach, standard of living approach, utility creation, revenue generating, art and science, traditional approach, modern approach, and contemporary approach. So we need to understand all these 18 approaches through which we can study the concept of marketing, or we can have a vision related to the marketing, right? So let's start with one by one discussion. So first approach, product or commodity, isn't it? So as when I have discussed with you the evolution of marketing, the evolution of marketing has been started from the product concept, isn't it? Right, as I have already explained to you. Fine, so this is the one of the basis, right? When you are going to study the marketing, you have to, this is one of the basis, product, because if there is no product, obviously there should be no marketing activity. So whenever you have to conduct any kind of marketing activity, so you need a product or a commodity, right? Unless or until you have that product, it is very difficult to, or it is meaningless to conduct any kind of marketing activity, isn't it? So here, this product or commodity approach has a base of simple product or any commodity as that as a firm you are producing, then you have to start the marketing activity, right? So here you can easily understand that here this commodity as a focus point, or you can say that our total central attention should be the commodity for organization also and for the managerial prospect also here, right? So this is the thing, as a organization, or if you are a manager of certain organization and then you have to conduct any kind of marketing activity, so if you are have this approach, product or commodity, it means your total focus should be on the product that your firm is producing, right? No deviation from this at all. Is it clear? And here you can easily understand that this approach is only product centered, so the task is being repetitive, because every time you are doing the marketing for the same product, every time you are just advocating the advantages of the product that you have, so thing is being repetitive. So that's why certain criticism has to be raised here, right? And you can say that if you are then the last line that you need to understand, the classification of product tend to create another problem. Obviously the classification, as you people have already studied in forest business management, there is a classification has been A, B, C, all the things, so has to be there. So when you are making this kind of classification related to the product, again you have to have certain marketing problem. You have to discuss all these advantages, and then if you have another product, again you have to set the disadvantage. The people can ask a question, what the difference? For example, let me give a simple example. Just take example of any car company. What is the car company we have, right? And obviously you have seen that each car company has several products, X, Y, Z, lots of models they have. Now if you suppose to visit any of the car showroom, obviously they are and the executive there has to discuss all this positive aspect of the car. Then you have a question, then why you are creating all that model? If you have all these advantages with one car, then what is the problem with another car, right? So this kind of problem has to be faced by the management if their focus is only the commodity or the product that they're supposed to do all these activity related to the marketing here, right? So this is one approach to study the marketing concept. The concept is clear. Is it clear to all of you, this approach? Right. But when we understand that, so one more thing that you should also know this in the commodity or the product approach, that there is one problem with this approach is there, that because of this approach it is very difficult, it is really very difficult to create the interrelation between all the department of an organization, right? Because since organization have all this managerial part, then you have marketing, you have the selling division, then you have this production part, so different department one organization has. So since it is totally product centered, so only the marketing division has to work, rest of the division has no role in this. So there is no interrelation among all these component of organization. This is one of the problem with this approach, right? Now the next approach is institutional, right? It is institutional. So now institution need to have their So means organization. If you talk about this institutional, it means organization, right? Or the various agencies, you can say that, or various department, right, which come contact directly or indirectly in the marketing of product. Have you get that? Institutional means, now you have to look on the, you have to understand the marketing with relation with the organization that is related with, then different agencies, you can say that, different departments that you are supposed to be in contact either directly or indirectly for the process of marketing there, right? Or simple, you can say that the intermediaries, right? Because if you look at from the firm, it is firm, and this is the final consumer. So when the product has been there and now it has to reach on this consumer hand, they have to pass several channels, right? Several channels, whether it is online channel or whether it is offline channel, whatever be the channel that is there, but channel is required, right? So they are called intermediaries. So institutional means, here you can also understand the intermediaries, from wholesaler to retailer, advertising agencies, and then you can also have transportation, then you have warehouses. So all these are institutions. So whenever one product has started from this manufacturing unit and is supposed to reach the hand of the consumer, right? You need all this component or all this institution to work simultaneously, so that the you can say that so that the marketing channel can be established properly, or your marketing activity can be done smoothly. So that is institutional approach. It means you are studying or you are understanding the marketing in terms of all these different agencies that are involved in channelizing the product from manufacturing unit to the consumer. Is it clear? Have you get this institutional concept? Okay, would you specify your question? Okay, let me repeat it again. Institutional. See, institutional means the various channels that is required for changing hands of the product, right? As I told you, we have one manufacturing unit at certain place X, right? You are residing at the certain place Y. Now the product has been manufactured here, now it has to reach here, right? So how the things can be possible? So obviously this product has to go through certain channels, right? Channels is a independent organization. It may be obviously small, it may be big, but independent organization we have, or independent agencies that are supposed to work here. As I told you, manufacturing unit, then wholesaler, then retailer. This is a simple channel that one can understand here. So these are the small organization, maybe big organization, big institution. So now you are understanding the marketing with this approach, ki how these small channels or the big channels are working, right, for the availability of product to the consumer here itself. And apart from that, you can also have this transportation agencies. We have a warehouse, because when the things has to be transferred the wholesaler, from where the wholesaler has to store, so the warehouse is required there. Or not only store, if even the wholesaler is required more material, there is warehouse has to be settled down somewhere, from where the things has to be there. Let me give you a very simple example. Most of the things that you people are getting from online marketing, isn't it? Online, you have Amazon or there's some other website, Flipkart, everything. So when you are going to track your order, when the order has been placed, now you starting tracking. So I think you people have seen that that company or the Flipkart or Amazon is sending your message ki, okay, it has been reached to this facility, or it has been reached to this facility. So what kind of facility they are talking about? Facility means they have a warehouse. It means from warehouse to other house the things has been shifted before it has to reach to the final destination, right? So that is institutional. That is institutional aspect. In between we have a transportation facility there, isn't it? So this is the institutional. It means you are conducting the market activity by the help of all these institutions. So you are studying the marketing concept with relation to all these intermediaries, or you can say that is a channel through which the product has been shifting their hands. Is it clear now? Is it clear to all of you now? Is there any question from this point? Now functional aspect, right? Here I'll just give you the brief of functional, because we have a separate topic on that, in which I'll detail you all the related functional aspect of marketing in detail, right? So here I'm just giving you the brief introduction. Is it okay? Because it is a separate topic we have also discussed. So after this approach, I'll discuss this functional aspect in detail. So here I'm just giving you the brief. Fine. So what the things that has to be done in the functional approach? So basically this approach is going to split down the field of marketing into a few function, these things you need to understand here, right? Function, it means the working, you can say that how the things has to work, right? So you are splitting, or you are dividing the whole marketing field into few functions, right? It means different kind of work, or you can simple say that specialize. On the basis of specialization, you are distributing the work, that is function. Is it clear? Again I am repeating, it is functional approach basically split down the field of marketing into a few functions. Few function here is meant as per the specialization, you can say that, right? And why we are doing this kind of functional purpose? So that we can separate out the essential and non-essential element. It means what is required, or what is important, and what is not supposed to be so important, that need to be segregated here in the functional approach. So you can easily look at it. It can split into many functions like buying, selling, pricing, estimation, storage, transportation, advertising, packing, etc. So again the things has to be understand here. It means here what you have to do, we are just splitting or dividing the marketing into several functions, different kind of functions, we can say that, right? So that we can separate the essential and non-essential elements here properly. Is it clear? Have you get this functional? And here you see, now the question is that what the basic advantage with this approach, the functional approach, what the basic advantage that you will get? So through this functional approach, if the specialization or a specialized task has to be shared, then you are also sharing the risk, isn't it? You are also sharing the risk. Any kind of risk with the product will be there, that has been shared properly. It means if you are have a function, and this is the function buying, selling, pricing, standardization, storage, transportation, advertising will be there. So each function has to work on its own. So risk has to be shared. It means as an individual, if you are in a buying, so you have to share the risk of only buying. If someone is selling, only the risk of sharing has to be there, right? So this is the one advantage with the functional approach, right? If you have a middleman, or you can say intermediaries, so the risk has to be transferred to this intermediaries or there. If you have a wholesaler, so when the product has to be shifted to the wholesaler department, or the wholesaler has get this, then after that risk has to be shared by this wholesaler, isn't it? Similarly, the other component has to work, and the risk has to be shared here. Is it clear? So this is the one advantage of this functional approach. Is it clear to all of you? I have discussed three approach: function, institutional, and product or commodity. Is there any question? But is there any question from this three approach? Okay, fine. Now we are moving to the next, that is managerial approach, right? So here we have to understand the application aspect of marketing problems. Fine. So, or you can say that this approach basically going to get some features of all the three approaches that we have discussed. It means in this managerial approach, we have the feature of product, we have the feature of institutional, we have the feature of functional, right? So if all this feature has to be included in managerial approach, and because of that this approach has an emphasis on the application aspect of marketing problem. Application aspect of marketing problem has to be there, and it is going to include all this product, institutional and functional aspect here, right? So it is just application part. It means how to implement all these things in the field itself, right? And why this managerial approach is required there, because we need to understand the changes in the marketing, and in the change in the marketing is basically two kind of changes you will face there. One is controllable, another is non-controllable. It means something that can be amended within the time, and uncontrollable, it means as a manager no one can do anything here. For example, if you go for this controllable factor, means means you can say that personal selling or advertising, these are the things which as a manager you can control, right? But if you talk about the non-controllable factors, so this economical aspect or the sociological aspect or the political, basically these three things is non-controllable. Is it clear? So that's why this is the application aspect of marketing problem. This is the problem that one need to understand: controllable and non-controllable. So controllable, that can be amended, that can be controlled, or that can be managed. But if it is non-controllable, so you can't do anything, and you have to mold yourself as per the condition. If it is a sociological, if it is a political, if it is economical, obviously if some new policy has been derived by the government of India, so you have to make your marketing program as per the rules, isn't it? And another thing, if you have to make certain marketing formula for your product, so first you have to study the society, what kind of society that is available there. That thing you can't control. You can't change the whole society, you can't control the whole economic ups and downs. So you have to mold, and you have to understand those factor also here, and then you can apply the concept of marketing here by getting the certain features of all these three: product, institution and functional aspects. So that is managerial approach to understand the concept of marketing here. So is there any question? Is it clear to all of you now? Have you get that? Okay, so now let's move to this societal. Another important thing, societal means direct relation with the society, right? So here what we have to understand here, that now we are not supposed to study, or you have not supposed to meet the need of only an individual customer, but it should be as a means by which the society meets its own consumption needs. It means here we have to understand the desire, or you have to understand the needs or wants of the whole society, not an individual. What the individual wants, what the individual has a desire, is all this whole society need to be studied here, related to their own consumption needs, right? Let me give some examples like that, how you supposed to understand the societal approach here. So we have a certain example, just like in environmental factors, you can say that all cultural aspect of society, or the legal aspect, political aspect, these are, isn't it? Because on the basis of that you have to take your marketing decision, and then what the impact on the society, that also need to be understood. So here as a marketing a manager or as a marketing personnel, you have to give to the importance to the society, not to the individual customer, right? not to the individual customer. Is it clear? So these things that one need to understand in society. It means no individual customer but the whole society. You have to understand the needs of whole society. So what the whole society needs? So whole society needs, it means the maybe whole society needs some environmental factor is there, some sociological factor, or you can say that cultural aspect, political and legal aspect. So and other aspects should be there, right? Some have their own traditional method for their livelihood, so you have to understand those things. And then on the basis of whole society you have to formulate the marketing plan, and then you have to take the decision accordingly. And then you have to also study the impact on the society itself. So here in nutshell, if you have to say that, in nutshell, it gives to importance to the society, not to the customer. So this is societal approach to the marketing. Clear a concept? Is the concept is clear to all of you now? Up to this, all these five approach I have explained to you, from product to societal. Is there any question? If something, if you people have in your mind, raise your question. Now the next is system. Right? So here now you need to understand it. And before going to this concept, if you have remember that aspect in evolution, I have started from this product to holistic, isn't it? I have started the production, then selling, marketing, then you go up to this societal, then finally you have a holistic, isn't it? These are the basic evolution of the marketing. So system include that part. Is it clear? System include the holistic approach. Fine. This is the system. So if you have understand this, so you can easily understand this system approach also. There it was marketing has different subsystems. So what the system is: planning, pricing, promotion, distribution, isn't it? Four in the holistic approach. I have explained all these four aspects there, and all this work together, then it become a system. Is it clear? These things we need to understand. Marketing has different subsystems or different small functions. You can get the function that one example given by planning, pricing, promotion, distribution. Then we have a marketing channel. Then some other kind of activity that is related to the marketing, isn't it? So in the system means all the subsystem has to work together to become a system, right? So when they are supposed to work together, isn't it? Have you get that? So by working together, they are supposed to help the management to plan related to the marketing strategy, and then the things can be implemented, or the plan, or the, you can say that all this program related to marketing which has been formed can be implemented effectively. So here you can understand easily that this marketing process is not just as a isolated function, or is a group of isolated functions. It's not a group of isolated function, right? So each function has an influence on the other function. So if that's what I told you, all the subsystem has to work together, right? And if they are supposed to work together, so whatever with the dynamic condition is there, that can be managed properly, right? So dynamic condition, ever changing atmosphere or ever changing condition. Now it is all these economics, or you can say that the societies, all these things are very volatile. And when all this subsystem, all this, or the small functionary of the marketing has to work together, so the organization can handle all these dynamic changes very effectively. And obviously implementation of their plan or policy should be in a very effective way, and they get some proper result for that. Is it clear? And obviously, as I discussed with the holistic approach, again the focus is customer, because as an organization, no one supposed to lose a customer, right? It means if you suppose lose a customer, some losses in revenue will be there. So that's why when all these functionality has to work together, then you'll get loyalty of the customer, and you'll get continuous relation with the customer, and then in the long run your profit will be as per the things there. That is system. So the holistic part that I have discussed in the evolution, this is system, where all this component, the basic component, has to work together and they have a influence of each other, right? So that is system, right? Now the next is scientific. The next approach is scientific, right? Right. So scientific means interdisciplinary. This thing. So interdisciplinary approach. So when you talk about this interdisciplinary approach, means not a single subject but multiple subject has to work here. That is called interdisciplinary. That's why when discuss about the forestry and everything, this forestry, despite it is a science, but it is interdisciplinary, in which you can easily understand that different subject has to be studied, different aspect of the things has to be studied. So similarly here if you have to understand the marketing, that it is also interdisciplinary approach. It means all the other discipline has to work together here. What are the other discipline? It means social, physical, then you can say the quantitative, and business has to work together, so that they can develop certain formulas, certain plans, certain policies, certain theories, right, to resolve any issues related with the marketing. That's why this term application integration of pertinent material to advanced marketing is there, right? Because it is interdisciplinary, it means all the necessary subject that is required to understand marketing has to club it together, right? When it is going to club together, so they can share their own knowledge of marketing, and then on the basis of that, right, on the basis of that, certain concept can be developed, certain theories can be developed to resolve the issues related to the marketing. And you can see, so that's why application and integration of pertinent material to the advanced marketing is there. And see, whenever you're talking about this, why this approach is come one by one, because nowadays the situation is bit volatile. As told you, ever changing, every day something new has to be happen, and the things has, and the scene has been changed. So and you have to adjust accordingly, isn't it? So since the thing is bit dynamic, so you have to improve yourself. So that's why the approach has to be improved. That's why they started from the product, and now we are in a scientific. From the product center, the focus is on product here. So now we reach to the consumer, then the whole organization. Now here some other discipline has to be understand here itself. Initially marketing is just an economic aspect, but now we are also studying the sociology to understand the marketing. We are also studying the political science to understand the marketing, right? We also study this business business approach to understand the marketing. So all the other subject has to work here. All these disciplines, most of the discipline that has related to the marketing need to be understand there, and that all these things has to work together. It means we have to integrate all these different discipline, right? That is scientific approach. Even you can add this statistics, isn't it? You people already study an experimental technique. We have certain kind of design to understand or to conduct the research. So suppose you have any marketing problem, how do you have to conduct the research? So obviously you should go for this statistics. Then you can use the mathematics, you can use computer, some electronic equipments, isn't it? So all these different other kind of discipline, different approaches has to work here to get desired result, or you can say that to solve the marketing problems. That is scientific approach to study the marketing or to understand the marketing. Now technology is not so difficult to understand. You can easily understand that what the technology means, right? So technology, as you know, that it means the technical aspect, or you can say that some any new development in the technology that has to be used here. That is technical approach to study the marketing technology. So the example, through example, you can easily understand that internet marketing, mobile marketing, isn't it, are the products of this approach. The thing is clear to you now. Initially, marketing has to be started through this person to person. You have to visit, then through the promotion, advertisement, everything. Hoarding has to be made on the roads, some cinema hall or some theater. You are getting some advertisement. But now, when this new development, new technology come into in the new scenario, so now the different technology has been utilized for doing all those promotion activity, or you can say all the all the activity related to the marketing, like internet marketing, mobile marketing we have, isn't it? We are getting advertisement, we are getting calls, everything where this marketing has to be conducted by the different organization, isn't it? So that was through the technical aspect, and use the technology forward the. So here you are using the technology, right? It means technology. If you talk about the technology, it means there is a less involvement for human there. Generally, the machine has to work. Machine has to conduct all this marketing activity, right? Then you have a legal. Legal means whatever be the necessary rules and regulations that is available there. The marketing has to work on that environment, or that framework, isn't it? Certain rules has been framed, so you have to work there, isn't it? So that is legal approach to understand the marketing. You can't marketing something which is not legal or which is beyond the law that has been there, isn't it? It means so that's why whenever you have intention to marketing any kind of goods and services, you need to understand the available law, or whatever the law that is there in the country, and then you have to design your conduct related to the marketing. Let me give you one simple example, though it's not exact marketing, but just make you understand how the law has to work. Nowadays we have also the problem with the Twitter, right? They have they are denying to work with whatever the framework given by this law ministry of our India. So what the thing, they are facing now legal process and all the things you people already heard in the news. So similarly, if you have to conduct anything marketing, you have to do. So it means what? If you go for initial, I don't know how many of you remember that whenever your childhood, perhaps you may have seen the advertisement of cigarette or some other thing in the television itself. But nowadays there is no advertisement related to the cigarette or the liquor, right? But if you go in this 80s, or you can even search in this YouTube or somewhere, in the 80s or 70s, there is an advertisement related to this cigarette or even this liquor has to be there, either directly or indirect form. But now the certain legal framework has been designed where this product has been banned for any kind of marketing activity. So neither you get any kind of hoarding, or some hoarding you may get somewhere, but nowadays when not a hoarding you are supposed to get for the cigarette or any other kind of product. So this is the legal approach. It means you need to understand the legal aspect of marketing. It means what are the rules and regulation, the policies the government has, or the law of the designated country has designed. You have to act accordingly, isn't it? It means if you have in Indian condition, Indian regulation need to follow. If you are doing some other part of some other country, so you have to follow the rules and regulation of that country. That is a legal approach. It means now you are studying or you are doing the marketing activity under that legal framework. So that is legal approach, right? And now economic approach, it means here we need to understand economic principles, several economic principles you people have already studied in your economics chapter also there, where the law of demand, the demand supply channel, the equilibrium of the demand and supply, then all this concept of utility, concept of this diminishing margin utility. So there are different kind of laws or principles that has been there in the economics. So now if you have to do the marketing activity or to understand the marketing approach, we should keep this or those principles also in mind. There's just for example, law of demand is what? If price will be more, the demand will be less, quantity demand will be. So this is an inverse relation that need to understand. So whenever you are doing the marketing, so pricing is one of the aspect of marketing. So when you're supposed to put the price, you should consider that aspect. Law of demand has to act. If you're supposed to put more price on your product, obviously demand will be less, so your revenue can be affected accordingly, isn't it? And you can also understand this law of diminishing margin utility. It means by continuous consumption, the people are losing interest. So that's why in the marketing concept, innovation is there also there. So every time you have to do certain kind of innovation, either you are changing the packet, or you are changing the color, or the flavor, or the fragrance, isn't it? Right? So that the continuous demand of products should be intact there. So that is economic approach to understand the marketing. So I have discussed the 10 approach. So is there any questions? And I like to culminate or conclude the session here itself, right? So now